TIFF 2024. We are here at the Saturday night premiere. We have quite the carpet lined up. If you want to turn over there, we have a llama and Rachel Sennott on the carpet. It is really quite something to behold. I've never seen a llama on a carpet before, and his name is Nibs. I was able to talk with him briefly before the carpet got really underway, but he seems to be very well behaved and a very chill guy. Yeah, no complaints thus far. But we have Rachel Sennott. Hello, how's it going?
It's going amazing. How are you?
I'm okay. Have you met Nibs the llama?
I just did. He's absolutely fabulous. Smells actually good for a llama. I was like, not bad, not bad.
And also surprisingly chill.
And also surprisingly chill, low energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing those photos of you guys together. The buck tooth coming up, really a great touch.
He's adorable. He's adorable. Yeah. Star of the film, ultimately.
Also, thank you for teaching Dylan Bratt.
I needed to. He needed to know.
He did. So now, as you can see, we have Willem Dafoe, Gabe Labelle, and Rachel Sennott all posing for their first photos of the night. Then we have Nicholas Braun, who just arrived on the carpet, who's playing two roles in the film. Both Jim Henson. Here he is. Much taller in person than I imagined. It is getting quite busy on this carpet. Kaya Gerber has just arrived. Nibs the llama, still looking, and quite confused. We have the bulk of the cast arriving all at the same time, so it's quite a backed-up carpet. Hello. But yes, slowly but surely they make their way down the photo line. Dylan O'Brien has just arrived on the carpet. Howdy, Dylan. And he also just met Nibs the llama. Right now we have Corey waiting for his photos to be taken as well. Corey Michael Smith. What's that? Oh, yeah. And Willem Dafoe is about to get his photo. He seems quite happy to be here. This is my first time meeting Willem Dafoe, so I'm quite excited. Oh. It's quite a crazy carpet here. I don't know if you can see it, but the carpet's truly getting underway now. J.K. Simmons has just arrived, who plays one of the executives in the film. Hello. We have now about 10 or so people from the cast here on the carpet. More of the cast is arriving. Gilda Radner herself is here. Hello. Is the live going okay? Hello. Did you meet Nibs? Hello. I'm Reese. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Are we supposed to go around here?
If you'd like to, yeah. Hello, I'm Reese.
How are we doing?
McCabe. Nice to meet you.
Taylor.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, did you guys just meet Nibs the llama?
We did. Incredible. Going for Ella's flower already.
I was going to say, he's pretty well behaved. Would you guys like to step back here?
Sure. If I can get around this.
Take your time. It's quite the...
Jump up? No jumping.
Someone will get yelled at. Not you guys.
I might slide around here real quick.
What's up, Reese?
Hello.
Reese.
Howdy.
Yeah. Billy, get back there. I'm back here.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
There
I'm
we go.
Reese.
Hi,
Nice to meet you. Hello. Reese.
I'm Nick. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as
Oh,
well.
there we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love it.
I put little circles and shapes next to everyone. Yeah.
Nice,
Do you
guys.
could come up first.
Yeah, I'm coming here.
How are we doing?
Good. Well, do you guys want to first start by going around sharing maybe one favorite thing from set, just to get us started? We have quite a big crowd here, so I want to make sure everyone gets. Yeah.
For me, it was John Batiste scoring the soundtrack live and going after hours to go watch that. It was.
I was going to say, I heard that all of you guys would just hang out and stick around during the recording.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, John Batiste was such a presence in this film. I mean, and just the whole time he was singing, he was going, ah, yeah, and you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
jeez, he was amazing.
He brought a whole energy. I mean, he brings a whole, like, I don't know, compliment, accoutrement of people with him. He brought, like, a completely different energy to the set. He was, like, at 5 a.m. getting makeup done, like, blasting music. It was crazy.
My favorite part of seeing him is Gabe does this mouth trumpet thing all the time, like constantly, if you know Gabe. And he was recording, and every time there would be a moment of silence, Gabe would do the mouth trumpet. And then one time he heard it and was like, "You come up here," and Gabe like started kind of riffing with the band. And it was exactly what Gabe wanted, but it was so awesome to see.
Nicholas Brown.
Talking about our favorite parts, I loved when Nick was on set. Real good time.
Hello, Mr. Braun.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Can I ask you a quick question, if you don't mind?
It's their
Yeah.
I just want to know what it was like.
I'm just gonna grab the mic right now.
I just wanted to know what it was like playing two people.
I was pretty moody on set. I feel like I was just kind of all over the place, day to day. I hope I wasn't, tough on you guys, but yeah,
Playing two people. That's what I noticed about you. It's like
Total
it's like
nightmare.
the public Nick, and then there's the
sort of like a bipolarity.
Yes.
They were told not to make eye contact, and I think we stuck to that.
Gotcha. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, excited to see you as Jim, especially. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
No. Tonight's my first night seeing it. Have you guys seen it yet or no?
I think we have. Most of us have. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any first reactions you'd be willing to share?
It's electric. It's so fun. I mean, I think having an audience will be amazing because we saw it with, I don't know, a dozen people max. So we're laughing and clapping each other's backs. But having a full theater, I think it's going to be electric.
It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
One thing I kind of...
I think the audience is buzzing.
That's what a lot of people are saying. One thing that I feel like people are comparing it to is I've seen Network a lot, and I've also seen High Noon because of the fact that it's the same runtime. No, which would be wonderful if it was. Yeah, a lot of White Claw. Yeah, but I was curious if there's any other like movie or TV comps that you guys would like kind of pair with it.
Network's a fun one. That's a fun thing.
I've seen comparisons to Uncut Gems. That's a good one. Yeah. What about you?
Gabe is a classic Kevin Garnett type.
No, yeah.
The Sound of Music.
Yeah.
There's All That Jazz Shampoo, like
The Bob Fosse one?
yes, all that jazz. Bob Fosse. Jason sent us a list of films to watch, all of which the rooms felt alive, and it felt like there were no cameras. It was just like desperation and anxiety incarnate. And I think we accomplished that pretty well. I think it makes your heart race quite a bit.
There's a bit of an Altman vibe too, though. Just to
Which era of Altman?
Oh, boy.
I mean,
Hit him, Billy.
No, I'm sorry to put you on the spot. Nope.
No. You can. I mean, there's like I could see some parallels like Nashville or even like MASH. I mean, I don't want to say too much, but I mean, you can look at all the faces here, and it's just like this is not a normal amount of faces to have.
Sheer size of the cast.
So yeah, I think there's like a real the ensemble is like I would say Altman.
It's unreal.
Yeah. The next thing I want to ask before you guys go for your photos is just what it's like working with Jason. I'm a very big fan of his work, so I kind of just wanted to know what it's actually like being on a set of his.
I think that, part of the genius of what he did was, like, create an environment of people that he could trust to do the job. Like, you really feel like he trusts you to, like, bring what you want to it. And he, like, treats everybody equally on set. I mean, it was just, like, I can't say enough good things about, like, the set environment in general. And I think that really lends itself to, like, people, like, doing their best.
Come on in.
Welcoming everybody.
And welcome to Jason Reitman.
Jason Reitman. I mean, Oscar nominated for a reason. I mean, look at him.
Very inclusive, very fun.
Well, there he is.
Perfect setup.
Yeah, I worked with Jason once before, and this was very different because I'd never actually been on a set like this. Like, the common areas were, like, just had couches from the 70s and, like, ping pong tables, and there was constantly, like, people putting on different records from the 70s or watching the first season of SNL. It just was, like, trying to create an environment for everybody to have a good time, and, like, hopefully that I've seen the movie. It does translate.
translate.
And, yeah, he's the best. He works with the same people all the time, and I don't just mean cast, but I mean the crew, and he has such a shorthand. With
That's
the
a
crew.
very good sign
It's like,
that they come back to.
They all come back, and they're all working. Honestly, everybody here on the crew crushed it, and it's like, I don't think you get that unless there's people who have worked with him before. They're like shared language, and yeah, they crushed it. I wasn't there for all that long. You guys are doing a lot.
No, but you're killing it here.
Thank you.
It's also just fun to watch a movie where you can tell everybody's having the time of their
Yeah,
lives.
it was a blast. It was an absolute blast, and that's because of Jason.
So much fun just to be on set. Sometimes when I'm not even shooting, I'll just come and hang out.
Yeah.
Just
Are you
serious?
Yeah,
This,
yeah.
this dude is in the background laying brick.
The entire movie.
The whole time. But like, this is the heart of the movie right here.
Talking about a mouth.
Oh no.
You were talking about a mouth trumpet thing.
Oh,
I'm not going to put you on the spot, but
No,
I
but
will
he-
ask to hear this some other time.
I'm gonna save it for a very, very special occasion.
You can hear it in the movie.
Serenade.
It's in the fucking soundtrack though.
That's amazing.
made it in? I hope so. Okay. But I
I've
was
been
up there
telling
all
people
the
it is.
If you pay very close attention to the Fablemans, there's a deleted scene.
Yeah.
Incredible.
cool.
Jump in.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by. No, like genuinely, I'm excited to see it. I wasn't able to see it before, so I'm sitting for it tonight. I'll actually be there. Yeah, I'm very pumped. I've only heard the best things.
Weekend update, sign off.
Is this yours?
Thanks. Yeah, like there's a reason I'm not the weekend update guy.
I've been following you since you were
A PA?
No, since Jason moved to New York.
Are you
in
serious?
2020.
That's so
way.
cool.
And it has been amazing to see what you have done.
Well, thank you so much.
Really, like, because you were like showing, like, I had to move back to LA during COVID. This
Yeah.
is not important.
Yeah.
But you were like showing what New York was. And
Yeah.
Like, giving you a follow, and it's been unbelievable to see what you have done.
Thank you so. That means a lot more than you think. Yeah.
You spent like before you moved to New York.
I wasn't even on social then. Yeah.
I have a copy of your birth certificate.
That's where that went. Yeah. Yeah. No, I actually. Not even kidding. Don't have it anymore.
Well, that's because Corinne
Okay,
does.
Hello. Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by. No, if I see you guys after, I'll let you know. Like,
Right on. Yeah.
no,
I'd
I'm
love to
gonna
hear
have all
how
my
it
thoughts.
Are you live?
What's that?
Are you live? Wow.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do in the in-between when we go and
What's that?
what are you gonna do in the in-between?
Chat.
Like,
If there's anything I like to do, it's talk about movies.
We love it.
That's the only thing I can talk. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, that's the one thing I can talk about. Hello there. I'm Reese.
playing Don Pardo.
Yeah. How's it going?
It's our group now.
Oh, I'm Reese.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
What's the
This is the live for Saturday night. Yeah.
they just
Yeah. How are we looking? Sweet.
It's triggering Siri a little bit. So right now here, you wanna take yours
What's that?
for a second?
Oh, yeah. Sweet. Well, we have a bunch of the cast already on the carpet. Now, most of them are going to get their photos taken. Yeah, so now, as everyone makes their way down, we have Willem Dafoe, who just went to the step and repeat. I can't really see him that well, but I do have the one spot in the entire place that is not entirely kind of flooded with people.
What if we turn it off and turn it back on? Turn it off and turn it back on. There's no way the whole house is here. I gotta get along. Yeah.
Oh, okay. On this one.
Instagram has your audio.
Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha. Oh, okay. So now we have some of the filmmakers looking like they're about to enter the carpet. Hello. Not too bad. So now they're getting ready for a cast photo. They have the big cast photo coming, which I don't know how it'll fit because we literally have maybe 20 or so names on this face sheet. Because it's a pretty packed carpet, we're going to try to see if we can wrangle some people back over. Just because of the fact that it is quite a tight space. It looks like another van will be pulling up shortly, because we still are missing like half the cast. Oh, and it looks like we might be grabbing someone in a minute or two. Yeah. Awesome.
Hey, man.
Howdy.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. I know we were chatting earlier, but we have another chat coming.
There are 3 phones on a
All
gimbal.
going to different things. We have Saturday Night, Sony, mine, and I think another one. All going from...
Which one do I look at?
I feel like somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
I haven't been looking at one
I'll do
in
my
particular.
best.
I would say for the people that are either light fans of SNL or unfamiliar with the history of it, can you give like a quick logline rundown of what they could expect with this film?
This film is a non-stop roller coaster of excitement, adrenaline, angst, and just all-out comedy. Every single character has a beginning, middle, and end arc. Every single actor is fucking phenomenal. This is the most fun I've had making a movie, watching a movie, and the most connected I've been to a cast, so I can't wait to see it.
Gotcha. That's really sweet to hear. Would you be able to share kind of how the film works as with its runtime? Like how it plays in real... Yeah, if you...
The film begins at 10 p.m. on October 11th, 1975, Saturday evening, and then it ends at 11:30 p.m. Right as the show begins later that day. So it's the first episode of Saturday Night Live ever.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not many movies do that. I know that they're going to take you back. You have to make your media run.
Take it away, but hey,
A pleasure as always. And also, great suit.
you too.
Thank you.
That's my family.
Oh.
Hey.
Hi. You guys should be so proud.
Yeah, we sure are.
Heck yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. And that was Gabe, who leads the film as Lorne Michaels. But yeah. But yeah, if you didn't hear, so the movie takes place over about an hour and 40 minutes and actually takes place in the film over the course of an hour and 40 minutes. So each minute in the movie, like runtime, is actually playing out in real time in the film. Very few movies do that. High Noon, one of my favorite Westerns, does that as well. But yeah, another thing I feel like should be known about this movie is that it does take place before the first performance. And also, SNL used to look a lot different than it does today. It was actually called Saturday Night before it was called Saturday Night Live.
Is that what people are doing?
What's that?
Just wanna-
But yeah. Oh, we have a few more arrivals right now, and it looks like some of the cast is going out to meet fans. Nicholas Braun is going to say hi to everyone. Ella Hunt is already taking pictures with people, which is really sweet. I haven't seen Nibs in a second, which makes me a little nervous because... Oh, crap. The cast is cheering on their fellow castmates. What's that? Oh, that's okay. Matt Wood has taken the carpet. Let's see if we can snag Andrew. Andrew, it's nice snagging for something.
Yeah. Wait,
Oh, do your thing.
I'll be back with my group.
Perfect. That was Andrew Barth Feldman, who plays Neil Levy, an assistant on the show. He is a very talented Broadway artist. Hello. Take your time. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Howdy. I just saw, what's it called? Your girlfriend had did the, Elsie's.
Elsie Best. Yeah.
Did you go?
Yeah, I sang a song with her. I sang a
No
little
freaking
song.
way!
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm Reese. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Reese.
Howdy.
I'm Emily.
Howdy. I was just going to ask you guys some questions about the film.
Yes.
For those who are either, I wouldn't say unfamiliar with SNL, but for those who are maybe not deeply ingrained in the lore, can you explain kind of the significance of this film and where the movie starts?
You could.
The movie is just the 90 minutes before the very first broadcast of Saturday Night Live, which is a thing that even if you've like never watched it, don't know the lore, you've heard of it, obviously you know what it is, you're alive in the world, you don't know that like there was a world, a very real possibility that it was never going to happen. It was never supposed to happen. It's kind of insane that it ever happened, and it's kind of insane that it still happens. It's an insane undertaking, and this movie lets you into that in 1975.
And it was mostly just like a bunch of kids who were like, we want to do something funny.
That's the crazy thing to me, is to realize the age of everyone. It's a little like,
Like, Dan and Lorraine were like 22, I think. Like, they were just like kids. And we're like, we want to do something like funny, like on telly. And let's just see what happens.
Yeah, no, it gives me hope, almost. I feel like I've been too cynical about the state of TV at the moment.
Yeah.
I think this is a great movie to make you feel hopeful about young people making things in all shapes and sizes in all forms, like television and stuff that we haven't even made up yet. That's what Lauren was trying to do, and that's what this movie really captures really, really beautifully, I think.
Gotcha. One thing I wanted to touch on, like one of my favorite things, is the production of it. Like literally, like the set design, everything like that. I kind of just wanted to hear what that's like stepping onto a set that's so built out like that, like motivated lighting from like the overhead and everything, like what that was kind of like.
We were in the 70s. We were living in 1975.
Also, like, we didn't even have like real trailers. We had like little funny bedrooms that like were done up like the 70s.
Yeah.
And we'd all like hang out and play like not video games,
like 70s
not
board
loud
games.
video
Everything
games,
was
board
period.
games.
So once we put our costumes on and showed up to work, we were there. We were in
You were
1975
in the
everywhere
world.
we looked. So it was a really, only Jason, who is a Disney adult, could have made such a 360 degree. It takes one to know one. Could have made.
I mean, we could talk about defunct lands like for days, I'm sure.
And you know what? I'll tell everybody else to enjoy the movie. But it was really like a 360 degree experience that we had at all times to just birth chaos onto.
Yeah,
So-
it's amazing.
And then the last thing, like I kind of just wanted to ask, is about like that you're playing real life people. What that's like. I guess like not even any research, but like I guess what work you guys put in to like discover that.
It was kind of daunting, to be honest, but I got to text the real Lorraine and like I asked her
that's
like
weird. Is it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was really cool, and like I asked like what cigarettes did she smoke and like what was her favorite song at the time. We were like chatting about stuff
That's really
like that.
cool. Yeah.
And there's a moment, I think, in the movie where I wear a T-shirt that was inspired by a T-shirt that she actually wore. So yeah, it was really cool.
I got to Zoom with my character Neil a couple of times, and he is just a wonderful guy, but really nobody knows about his contribution to SNL, and so I'm glad this movie gets to be that. And he was so like, I just can't believe it. I can't even. You're playing me in a movie. Like that was like he can't even believe he's a part of this.
Does he still work in film or TV or?
Here and there, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But he's here in Canada, and he's just a wonderful guy. He taught me some magic tricks.
Heck yeah.
He showed me, some of his favorite music as well. I would listen to on the way to work. He's awesome. I think he's a special part of this story, and I'm really proud that people will get to
As a former assistant, that makes me very happy
Yeah.
to hear. But also really cool to hear about the cigarettes. I feel like that just informs how you hold. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I was just like, I want to know what cigarettes you smoked. I thought it would be cool. And it was
cool.
like, it was nice. Like I have like the pack in my like the back pocket of my jeans, and like even if no one notices, she'll
I
see
will.
it and know that I got like her real cigarettes, which is cool.
That is really cool. She'll be happy. I'm
Yeah.
happy. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Really good to see you. Yeah, nice to meet you. Oh, thank you. Oh, but yeah, that's two of the many cast members. Andrew is a roller coaster aficionado, a fellow fan of Defunct Land. Hello. I'm Reese. I haven't met you yet.
Nice to meet you.
Howdy.
Matt.
Hey, buddy. Dylan. How's it going? As a heads up, we are live.
Oh,
So it'll be pretty chill questions. Don't you worry.
cool. Get him another phone.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say look in the general area. I know. It's quite right in the middle.
You need more phones.
At least two.
Yeah.
More phones.
The first thing I wanted to ask is like what we've been talking about, and we didn't discuss earlier, is just taking on the roles of real people and kind of like what that looked like. Obviously, I don't know like how much research, but like even if it was just something like, I don't know, seeing like what kind of cigarettes they smoked or like where they lived at the time, like that kind of thing.
Well, Matt knew more about my character than I even fucking did. he knew everything that there possibly was.
I was a fan. What can I say? He's a funny guy. These are two funny guys. Not us. We suck. But you know, yeah. I don't know. What did you do to get ready?
Well, I've been talking quite widely about how I didn't do too much.
Well, that's what he said, right?
Which is also like, well, he told me to not, and for me in particular, kind of, mirrors the sort of like visiting from another planet that I was supposed to attempt to capture.
I feel like if you had put in too much work, then it would feel inauthentic to him.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I feel like he wasn't worried about much, was my approach.
And I feel like that'll read well.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know, Race.
Well, you have you seen it yet, or?
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
No, we're seeing it tonight for the same.
Yeah, for the first time. You've seen it, though.
I saw it. Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
It's fantastic. You're gonna love it. What's good? What am I supposed to? It seemed fake. It seemed not real.
No, it was a really good response.
Genuine.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. This is sort of like we were like, this is the first like Belushi Aykroyd moment that we're even like really.
Yeah, we don't really.
When we even get in the movie?
No, this is the first time.
No, yeah,
we're exploring the dynamic. Oh God, Andrew's there.
It's good, you guys. It's really good. Andrew, a couple things. I played Neil in the movie.
No, we know.
Who's
Are you
Neil?
Working for Sony too?
Sony?
Are you working for Sony?
If you guys could just talk a little more about TIFF, you can just TIFF a couple more times.
Wait, why are you also
just
working
mention about
in
TIFF.
publicity?
Okay, I'm not here. Ignore me. You can just talk about TIFF a little bit more.
How many jobs do you have?
Guys, I played Neil in the movie.
Who is Neil?
No one knows your guy.
Okay, that's really insensitive.
Oh no. He is a sweet guy. He's not
Mention
gonna like
TIFF a
that.
couple more times.
Yeah, okay. Tiff.
Actually, one question I did have is there's a llama on the carpet tonight named Nibs.
Nibs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nibs. Yeah. Is there a llama in the film?
There is a llama in the film, and it's not Nibs. What I was
Oh, so this isn't even. Oh.
The llamas in the film. Was it Tio or Pinto?
Hi.
What?
The llama's name was Pie in the movie.
Copy.
Andrew back in the
They
interview.
played
Like,
Neil.
That's Andrew Park Comedy plays Neil Levy in the movie. Yeah, apparently there were issues getting the llama across the border, and I'm not kidding.
yeah.
No, I don't doubt it. Like animal labor laws, I'm sure.
I was
Drug
happy
issues
to
as well.
hear, because I wasn't too excited to hear that was an attempt anyway.
Yeah.
So, and anyway, Nibs is here, and I'm feeling for him.
Yeah. I just want to end on like a happy note for anyone that's like, no. Besides like trying to get a llama across the border, but like, if someone were to be like a soft fan of SNL, what do you think they'd find like most lovely about this film?
A soft fan.
Yeah, because like I'm I'd say I'm a pretty big fan of SNL, but like
Right.
I know not everyone is, so I kind of
Right.
just wanted to know like what you think there is for people to find in this movie who might not have that in with Aykroyd or Belushi.
Yeah, I don't think you need to have like known the history to get into it. It's a period thriller. You know, it's exciting stuff, shocking things, people yelling different swear words at each other, throwing each other around. You know,
Yeah.
you're gonna love it.
Yeah, it could play as a fun movie regardless, just objectively, you know. And if you're a soft fan, it's kind of a cool way to see the birth of this. I think we all take it for granted in our culture, you know. It's like it's been so embedded in like our society for so many years now. It's every week, you know, and so you forget there was a time before this existed.
I can't imagine. Like, it's weird for me to fathom, but it's
Exactly,
also like
yeah.
ever since the trailers have been coming out, it's like reinvigorated my interest.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
now going back and watching all the old sketches and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited.
Cheers.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Truly. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, man.
No, and nice to meet you. I'm
Pleasure
really
to meet
excited
you.
to see.
Pleasure to meet you. I can't wait for you to see it.
Dylan, a pleasure as always. And also, great outfits.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'll leave these.
Oh, do you want to take it?
No, that's okay.
Yeah, that's going to be more of a hassle than anything else. Oh, nice. Gotcha. We have some more people coming our way. Now the carpet's really getting underway, which is pretty exciting. I think Lamorne Morris is coming over. Howdy. You okay?
No, I was fine. I didn't trip at all.
No, we didn't catch that, so it's okay. Good to see you again. Hello.
Wow.
Good. I'm Reese. Howdy. Howdy.
You know.
Lamorne.
Lamorne.
Howdy. I'm still thinking about your answers with the Spurs, but To get back to it, I kind of just wanted to ask if you guys can give just like a brief synopsis, basically the overarching log line of what this is and what people can expect. Because I know everyone knows it's Saturday Night Live, but what is it really at its core?
A bunch of young, hopeful idiots trying to achieve something great. They're trying to make idiocy okay. You know, I feel like the comedy business, we're just we're clowns. We want to make people laugh. And this is the first time you really get a chance to see people with ridiculous ideas on national television.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would call it a chaotic love letter to the show that changed everyone's comedic lives.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's exactly what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
It's such a love letter to SNL.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this is the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's overwhelming.
Oh yeah. It's absolutely nuts.
We had touched upon it earlier, so I'll go to you first. What was your first, exposure to SNL?
My first exposure to SNL was probably watching the Sweaty Balls from the night with Molly Shannon, Anna Gasteyer, and Baldwin, and not knowing what it meant because I was too young, but having my parents laughing their asses off from the hallway, unable to contain themselves. Growing up, my dad would always knock on the door and say "land shark." It was just a part of our household all the time.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I came up in the Will Ferrell era. So Will Ferrell's been one of my heroes. I'm a Second City guy, and the improv community, the sketch community, we all look up to that level of excellence. And Will Ferrell, to me, is at the top of that list. Eddie Murphy, obviously, his era. I'm a huge Eddie Murphy fan. I think he's the greatest of all time. Yeah. So it makes sense that he came through Saturday Night Live.
It makes sense that everyone does.
Yeah.
I'm never surprised.
Yeah, 100%.
May I pose that to you guys as well? Howdy. I'm asking just your first exposure to SNL.
So I think for some people in England, we didn't know about it, but we discover brilliant people when they become really famous, like Will Ferrell, Eddie Murphy, Amy Poehler, and then we'd backtrack and then find all the early videos, and then we'd get into the show. So that was my experience, was a YouTube rabbit hole for hours, and then the show.
Interesting. Okay, gotcha. I'm always so used to it's just ingrained in the culture. So it'd be stars with you, and then you work backwards from there.
Mm-hmm. For some people, I might be the only person who says that, but that was my experience.
Blanket it to everyone.
Yeah. They're all the same.
They're all the same. Everybody knows that.
Yourself?
Take it.
You, yeah, please.
Wow. Speech.
Just
speech.
Take it and run.
Speech.
It's always the goal. Let me just get this thing in my hands. I started watching when I was really young, so the Will Ferrell, Cherry O'Terry, Adam Sandler, David Spade, that era, was when I tuned in, and I don't know. What was the second part of the question?
That was it.
That's kind of it.
I
tapped in, and I still love SNL. I'm still obsessed with it. I feel like I'm not a hater. People like to hate on certain eras and be like, yeah, this cast, blah, blah, blah. I think it's pretty good right now.
Yeah.
I think there's actually a really good cast the last couple of years, but I've always loved it. And it's kind of insane. I think I've kind of detached mentally from the fact that I'm in a movie based on SNL, and we shot on the SNL stage. Yeah. And it was our stage for months.
Yeah.
From the dream that I have of being on SNL or hosting or whatever, being in the cast. But the fact that we did this is some kind of version of it. It's a weird second experience of being on SNL, and having been there a couple times, it is exactly the place. The set was built to the square inch to be the same. So we were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were on SNL, and we could say that.
So
no matter,
basically, if anyone asks us if we've been on SNL, we'll say yes.
We'll say yes. We'll say we had a great time on that show.
Yeah.
Oh, you want this?
Yes.
Okay.
The last thing I kind of wanted to ask you guys is just is there anyone that you would like to see, to have see this movie? Truly anyone in the world. If it's a family member, or it could be someone from the original cast.
Oh my gosh. I want Eddie Murphy to see this movie.
I feel like he will.
Yeah, I just really.
He's got to,
I'm just so proud of this film, and Eddie Murphy is my hero, and I've never met the man. So I just want to say, oh, he saw me. He saw me.
I have a feeling It doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility.
Because, I mean, all the letters, all the emails that I send him, all the DMs, like, he doesn't respond to any of them, you know what I mean? My agent reaches out to him. I'm just assuming, like, he probably doesn't know, or he's not getting the messages.
Gotcha.
You know? Yeah.
This one he will get.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah. Because I love him so much, you know what I mean?
I feel the same way. Like, I admire and I look up to so many of the SNL greats, especially the women, because I'm a woman. So, truly, like, when I read, like, you know, Tina Fey's book and Amy Poehler's book, like, I remember when Amy Poehler was at the Emmys and she did the, just the sunglasses bit. Or the sash, you know, bit that she did. I remember sitting on my living room floor and crying because I was so inspired by this comedic genius who was so unafraid to take risks and just, like, be a comedian. And I want all of these wonderful, funny women to see this movie because, yeah, it's my love letter to them. So
I know for a fact they will see it. I've dated them all.
so they're
gonna
see it after
gonna
their
see
experience.
It wasn't great for them. No.
All right, great. Cool.
Mhm.
Y'all?
Yeah, anyone from SNL then and now, and also my dad.
I hope he sees it.
Yeah. Give me that thing.
Speech.
Let me get this. It's kind of tough. My brother and I grew up watching SNL. So the first person that comes to mind is my little brother, because we used to watch it every Saturday and stay up late, and he has not seen it. I mean, obviously, my little brother's gonna see the movie, so it's not like I hope he makes it to the movie, but I think it'll be pretty meaningful for him. Yeah, this is, you know, I got to make an SNL movie, got to technically be on it. It's a pretty sentimental answer, but, like, you know, that's kind of, yeah. I hope Lorne Michaels sees the movie, you know?
Yeah.
I apparently hadn't seen it yet.
He hasn't seen it.
But I'm sure he'll see it and love it and stuff like that.
Yeah, all that stuff.
All that sort of stuff.
Those things. Yeah.
When you have it in your hands, you just feel like you need to say more.
Well, this is your fault.
No, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you. Yeah, it was real nice chatting earlier, and really nice talking to you guys now. Enjoy the rest of the night. See ya. Yeah, just cross out anyone you don't like.
Sorry.
Oh, as you should. We're just gonna. There we go. But yeah, now we've got a bunch of the cast already. Some of the executive staff are still making their way through. We've gotten a lot of people. I know Willem and J.K. Simmons are still somewhere on the carpet. Hopefully we'll be able to get them at some point. I've never met either of them, but I'm a big fan of their work, and I'm excited to see their parts in this. It looks as though Nibs the llama is making his rounds outside. I've been trying to keep my eye on him. Just because. Oh, gotcha. Jason Reitman also passed by a little while ago, so I'm going to see if hopefully he could come back at some point. Oh, hello. Howdy. We have another camera going. We now have, like, it looks like 4 cameras. That's the most that's ever been on me at once. But yeah, it looks like they're making their way through. Lamorne's about to stop for... Oh, and the crowd is chanting for Dylan. And it looks like Dylan is responding to the crowd. Oh, that's nice. He stopped to sign. Now, as you can see, there's a pretty massive turnout, and this is one of the bigger theaters at TIFF. So I'm pretty excited. I actually, as I've been reiterating, sadly, I haven't seen the film yet, which is like the most upsetting thing to me as a pretty big fan. But yeah, it looks as though the carpet is beginning to wind down as they make their way through. I'm going to see if there's anyone else we can grab still, though. Oh, awesome. But yeah, we have some of the cast out there. I think I see Dylan. I can't tell if Andrew's out there as well, but they're making their way through. There's Nibs the Llama making his way through as well. The shouting is quite loud. Here he comes again. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Dylan O'Brien, a fantastic actor. He is, I think, a modern day... I'd like him to be like a modern day Matt Damon. He's great at action. What's that? Oh, we did, yeah. He was cool. There he goes. And, if I might add, a very good outfit.
Dylan up top camera, please. Thank you, sir.
Shall we get him?
Take a picture of the phones.
Gil Kenan?
Oh, heck yeah. It looks like we're about to get the rider, which I'm pretty excited for. He's just taking a quick photo with Dylan, and I think he's going to make his way over to us. Hello there. I love the Kodak hat.
Oh, thanks. This is a officially sanctioned working title.
Oh, that's
SNL
awesome.
1975. One of one. There's probably 10.
I'm
but
very jealous of that.
I know. I really need to be careful. I should probably attach a padlock to my ear. It's cool, right? And
Yeah, I was going to say, you might want to keep that. I was going to say, keep that away from me.
Ears
That's
are
back
on.
Perfect.
Let's get serious.
Gotcha. I'd like to ask, the first thing is, what other movies you might have taken inspiration from when first writing this? I mean, like, first comes to mind is High Noon, which is one of my favorite Westerns, which I know is like the low-hanging fruit, but I'm just curious what else.
Well, we actually talked. So we did talk about films like Rocky, Karate Kid.
Interesting.
We also talked about the Michael
Underdog stories.
Michael Ritchie films, though, too, where you have the 1970s, the sort of trifecta of Michael Ritchie films from the 70s, where you feel a sense of kind of chaotic energy where you're not really sure where the camera is going to follow a character, but you know that everyone is sort of dynamically working
Like
together.
After Hours.
Yeah, exactly. And so for us, it was about. First, honestly, the truth is that the creative process on this film was born almost like a documentary out of a series of interviews that Jason and I had with every single person we could find who was there the night of October 11th, 1975 in 8H. From Lorne Michaels to the production designer, the art directors,
That's
costumers,
awesome.
and that those conversations start to create almost a map.
Like a clear, it's literally like detectives going about solving a case.
And
They have to get every single
that's
story
exactly
to like
right. We had to create a visual map of the studio.
get
We had
like where he is down to the minute. Like, oh, Lauren ran by that hallway.
like we were solving a murder.
That's so cool.
And that was our writing process for months. And then we started to look at what we had in our hands, and it felt like a story that we could start to build a narrative on, start to create some character relationships through. All of it was from the interviews, but then the script started to come to life.
Gotcha. So like the 90 to like 100-minute like idea of it running in real time, was that born from the genesis of like all these interviews, or was that something you guys set out to do from the beginning?
That was an intended goal.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, you were hoping that it would work out.
We hoped we would have, and honestly, at some point at the beginning of this process, I had a conversation with Jason where even if no movie came out of these interviews, it was still worth it.
Just for records to like have out there.
As an SNL super nerd, as for both of us, SNL was comedy school growing up. It was so incredible to have a front row seat to these stories.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, like, as I also love SNL, but for the people that are like either lukewarm or just like don't have that same reverence for it, what do you think is like a main draw for this film?
First, I would say get a hobby.
Yeah.
Second of all, I would say that it doesn't matter that it's SNL that is at the end of the road for these characters. What's always been thematically the thing that's floated to the top in this story is a group of young people who are committed to follow their dream.
That's what everyone. Yeah.
To whatever that determining goal is, and going up against an entire system that is built to keep them out. And that, you can find relevance in any walk of life.
Gotcha. Was there like the last thing I'd like to ask, just as like someone that loves like really tight screenplays, everything like that, what was the toughest, I guess, scene or sequence you had to try to condense?
Well, at one point this was all one long shot, so it was.
Oh, it's the Birdman approach. Gotcha. Yeah.
The toughest thing was the finale. We knew we had to pay off 82 speaking roles. And create a finish that felt both propulsive and high stakes, but also satisfying, where you felt like certain emotional relationships were resolved.
Everyone had to have their little arcs, like over such a short time.
That's exactly right, and that was to do that in a really narrow, focused bit of story time was a challenge.
I can only imagine. That's like, I mean, it just feels like an exercise, and like the fact that's
Have you
really
seen the film yet?
No.
Oh, I'm really
I'm
excited
literally
for you to
seeing
see
it in like 20 minutes.
So cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait for you. I hope you enjoy it.
I have a feeling I will. But thank you so much for stopping by. Truly, congrats too.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate the conversation.
Hold on to the hat.
Thank you.
Yeah, because So that was the writer. Very cool. As someone who's like to write, it's really fun when I get to speak to people like that, just because of the fact that they have such like a grasp on like the meat of storytelling, which is not a thing that's easily taught. But yeah, I think that's all the time we have. I think we got a pretty good job of getting everyone. We didn't get Willem, but that's okay. We got Dylan, we got everyone else. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you guys.
That was chaotic.
Jeez.
Oh. Sweaty?
Thank you.
Good job. You did what you could.
Yeah. I mean, genuinely,
people stopped and chatted for a while. Yeah, they did. We got a lot, and we got Rachel right in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the hell? Yeah, Rachel took off. She's doing her own thing.
It's gorgeous.